live in cold places. Okay, Tara, and what's another thing that we want to know?
We want to know how frogs chew flies.
How frogs chew flies. Okay, what do we think? Do we think they're crunchy? What do we think? If you're thinking about chewing a fly, what do you think it'd feel like?
Good.
Disgusting.
Disgusting.
Jonah, what's another thing? What do we still want to know about frogs?
How frogs want to survive.
How do they survive? And then Aaron also pointed something out too. Not only how do they survive, but how do they survive in the winter, right? Because we know that when it's warm out in the summer, they get to hop. They get to hop around. We said that they hop on land. They like to go in the water. But when it's cold, what if the pond freezes, right? So that's a really good idea. It's a really good thought that we're going to look into. Michael, tell us one thing. What do we still want to know about frogs? How do they hop? Good. We did say that yesterday. We said when we're hopping and we're trying to stand up straight and we want to hop, we push off on our toes and we get some air to hop, right? Do frogs do the same thing? We don't know. We're going to find out. Mira, what's another thing? What do we want to know?
How do frogs stay on lily pads without them sinking?
How do frogs stay on lily pads without them sinking?
I don't know. They're not fat.
You know what? And you know what? Let's think. Because some frogs could be really small.
I tried.
You tried standing on a lily pad, Mira? And did it sink?
Yes.
Oh, you know what? Maybe we should all try that. Because you know what? Some frogs are small, and they don't weigh much. So then they wouldn't sink, right? But some frogs are really, really big, right? Has anyone ever seen a really fat frog?
Oh, look at that video.
Like we saw it in the video, right? How many? Yes, the tomato frog. The frogs that we saw in that video, they had. How many chins did those frogs have? They had a lot of chins, right? They were pretty big. They were pretty big. Good, Mira. Mira, that's something that I think all of us would like to know. How do they stay on those lily pads without them sinking? They balance so well.
How do frogs also how do they even swim? I mean,
How do they even swim?
oh, they have grippers on their feet.
Levi, what's that?
I answered her question. They have webbed feet, not like our toes. Our toes don't have blood in between them.
Right, you're right. They have web. Yeah.
Something.
Has anyone ever went in the ocean or even in the pool? Have you ever went snorkeling and have you ever put on a pair of flippers?
Yeah.
They're supposed to make you swim faster and hopefully make you glide easier. Sometimes they're a little bit uncomfortable. Madison, you've worn flippers before? Right, and they're webbed, right? Just like Levi was telling us, a frog's feet are webbed.
Oh, like the slippers.
And we learned yesterday, but at the end of the lesson, one thing we learned was that they can change colors, all right? So let's keep in mind today, we're going to learn other things and we're going to add that, all right? What we're going to do, yes, we are going to watch a fun video. Boys and girls, what we are going to focus on today is not just frogs and their habitat, what they look like, okay? Not only characteristics, but we are going to learn about the life cycle of a frog. And the different, if you're calling out Levi, I'm going to have to need you to raise your hand. We're going to learn about when a frog's born, what is that stage called, right? How many stages are there? What are those stages called? How does it go from one stage to the other? What do those look like, those stages? We're going to learn all about that, okay? So as we're learning about that, we will watch a very fun video for that. We're also going to read a non-fiction text about it. Everyone put your hands out for a second. I want to explain something. We're going to read a non-fiction text about the life cycle of a frog. Can someone tell me, what does non-fiction mean? Peyton.
It's true.
It's true, right? What's a good way to remember that, Jonah? Do you remember what we were talking about? Non-fiction. What's an easy way to remember that?
You hear the non word, and it means non, and you say, fiction, and fiction is not real.
Good. So we were saying that non-fiction is not fake.
And fiction is
Fiction is fake. Good. So just like Peyton and Jonah just told us that we know non-fiction is true. So a lot of it has to do with science and stuff like that because that's real life things that are happening. And that's what we're learning about when we're learning about frogs. And we know that it's true. We know it's nonfiction stuff because Hayden was telling us he saw a frog by his trampoline in his backyard. Remember? So we know frogs, they're real. We see them. Okay? We're going to learn a lot about it and the life cycle about it. So what we're going to do first is, the first thing we're going to do is we're going to read the text about it. Okay? And it's very short and it's simple. Yesterday, what we did was I was the one that read the text to you. So that was me modeling for you how I would like you to read, the pace I would like you to go at. Put your hands down for a second, please. The pace I would like you to go at. Today, we're going to do it together. We're going to echo read. I'm going to read a sentence. You're going to echo it. You're going to repeat that same sentence. And that's going to go on for the whole text. Okay? And it's short. But that's what we're going to do for the whole text. After that, I'm going to put the text up here as well after we read it together, after we echo read it. And I'm going to play the audio tape for it. So not only are you going to get to read it, but then next you're going to follow along and you're going to hear it too. Okay? And that's going to help us figure out what's the main idea. What's the sequence of this life cycle? What do these look like? Okay? So what I want everyone to do is just scooch back a tiny bit.
Really, I can't.
You can move back just a little. Yes. Oh, boys and girls, Adriana has something that she would like to share with us, something that she still wants to know. Nice and loud, because I can't really hear you.
I want to know how frogs survive in the lake without getting eaten by alligators.
Without getting eaten by alligators.
I wonder how frogs float how frogs float when they're like the tomato frogs.
Yeah?
How they float.
Yes, Taryn, you are so welcome. I love those manners.
I know an answer to Tamira's question.
Adriana.
I know.
Shh, boys and girls, Taryn has another comment. Levi, remember, we're being respectful when we have a speaker.
I have an answer to Tamira's question.
Okay.